So my name is Annebritt Birkeland, and I am predominantly right now a massage therapist, but I have been trained in many modalities over many years. I've been in health and wellness for over 20 years, and I am currently working as a massage therapist who owns two practices, one in Asheville, North Carolina, one in Lake Lure. I have a background also as an EMT, a radiological technologist, and I trained as a radiation therapist in oncology. So I have driven linear and nuclear accelerators, and that's something I am very excited about on the hard science aspect of things. But I also started this journey in herbalism. I had Native American teachers. I trained as a Reiki therapist, and I also worked with all sorts of energetic modalities. So basically, as I got to know August, I became more and more impressed with who he is as an engineer. And when he described what he does with the Pyradym and how he created it, I was so impressed because with my physics training and background, I knew he knew what he was talking about and what he was doing. I knew he wasn't talking about a construct that was more metaphysical. He was actually putting the nuts and bolts together at a physical level of how to really work with frequency. So I wanted to find a way to use the Pyradym in my daily massage practices, not only for my clients to facilitate a better experience for them, but also for me as a practitioner. Not only has the Pyradym lived up to my hopes for creating a deeper experience for my clients in the room, as a practitioner, it has created for me just an easing of the reach that I have to put into facilitating that deeper place that people need to go to in order to facilitate real change. And it's pretty remarkable as an advanced practitioner to have a feeling of having a buddy in the room that basically helps me sense and feel where the adhesions or the scar tissue pattern is built up, and being able to actually feel through the extension of the frequency that's generated by the Pyradym how that changes resonance along the client's body. When I first started bringing Pyradym in, I didn't want to give anyone a construct or an expectation. And most importantly, I didn't want to build that for myself. I wanted to have a true subjective and objective point of discernment and observation. So basically, I have really started to feel that not only is the Pyradym of benefit, it's essential to my work, and my clients now feel the same way. As therapists, when a client is on the table, we want them to be able to encourage as much of that deep diaphragmatic breathing, that relaxed state as possible, so that as we work, we're able to bring that flow in, soften those fibers up, and release the nerve endings from that constant state of being locked on. When you do that, you can interrupt that pain loop. When you interrupt the pain loop, you can help the motor neurons in the brain create a different path or free themselves up from that continual pain loop feedback. So that's a big deal. And it's a really big deal for me as a therapist to not have to encourage so much, to have that client drop into that instantly. And you know what else? I drop into that instantly. So It's a wonderful tool. What's really neat about it is that it also is almost like, I just feel like it's a buddy. It's like a pal in the room that's like, hey, why don't you try this? Or maybe you should do this. And I can't describe that exactly because it doesn't make analytical, logical sense. It's more of like, I just seem to drop into the ahas more quickly. Whether or not it's balancing my brain waves and my frequency, it's helping me with my cellular communication to the point where I can get out of the way enough so that I'm truly even more deeply present than even I yearn or reach to be. That's a phenomenal thing. That only happens with hours of meditation. That only happens with, when I come back from vacation and I'm great, I'm really fresh that first day. For a practitioner who is just starting out, there's so much that we do in terms of worry or fear. Or, we're human. Everybody's human, having a human experience. So we reach for the very best that we can, but inevitably we're going to get in our own way. And what I think the Pyradym is amazing at is that the client gets out of their own way and the therapist gets out of their own way. And so it creates this really amazing space. I can tell you, I definitely want it in the room with me. I'm not giving it up. It's going to continue.